All right, so we're going to look at a complex fraction. So a complex fraction is a fraction that is being divided by another fraction. So remember that dividing a fraction means that we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. So we can see here we have x minus 5 over x, and that whole thing is being divided by another fraction, x minus 5 divided by x minus 3. So really, we're not going to be dividing by this, we're going to be multiplying by its reciprocal. So you can see the second one is flipped over. X minus 3 is on top and x minus 5 is on the bottom. Okay, so now I can cross cancel, and the 5 minus x and 5 minus x, they just cancel out because that's cross canceling from top to bottom. They're common factors there. So now on the top I just have x minus 3 and on the bottom I just have x, and that is as simple as it gets. I cannot cancel out the x and the x because then I would have to be able to cancel it with the 3 as well. Because remember, x isn't the only thing being divided here. X and negative 3 are both being divided at the same time. So I would literally have to be able to divide both. So we don't simplify that any farther. All right, let's look at another one. So we have our fraction on the top, and then we're dividing by another fraction. So here it is. I'm just writing it, horizontally instead of vertically. And we're going to flip the second fraction over so that we can multiply. So now we're looking for common factors. You can see I immediately start asking the question, 25x to the 5th and 5x to the 4th have a common factor. Well, they have a common factor of 5, and then x to the 4th. Remember, when you're looking at x or variables, you're going to take the most that one can offer. So I know this one has a 5 here, but I can't take 5 from 4. I can only take at most 4 from this one, so I can only take 4 from this one. So I can divide by 5x to the 4th for both these pieces. So 5x to the 4th divided by itself cancels out. Those are gone. And then 25 divided by 5 is left with 5. And then x to the 5th power divided by x to the 4th power. Remember, exponent rules when I'm dividing. I'm going to subtract the exponent, so 5 minus 4 leaves me with 1. So I'm just left with 5x. So now I have this 4x plus minus 20 and 3x minus 15. So we are going to factor both of those. So I'm going to factor 3x minus 15 by 3, meaning I'm going to take 3 out of both pieces here. I'm going to factor it out, and then I'm going to factor 4 out of 4x minus 20. So I'm going to factor both. Okay, so I'm going to divide this binomial by 3, and I'm going to be left with 3 on the outside here because I'm factoring it out. I'm dividing it away. 3x divided by 3 is x. Negative 15 divided by 3 is negative 5. Now I'm going to divide this binomial by 4. So I'm factoring out a common term for each one. So 4x divided by 4 is x, and negative 20 divided by 4 is negative 5. So the reason I did that factoring is because now I have another common factor to cancel, don't I? I have x minus 5 and x minus 5. So I can cancel both of those. So now on the top I'm left with 5x and 4, and I can multiply those. And on the bottom I'm left with 3 and 1. So we can multiply the 5 and the 4, and we get 20x over 3. All right, so that was the beginning of solving complex fractions. I believe we're going to have one more video on this one. So hopefully that helped, and I will see you in the next video.